Hi, this is Dan, and today I want to talk about hybrid picking. And if you look on the guitar lesson playlist on my channel, you'll see that I did a lesson on hybrid picking, but it's more or less a riff or a lick or whatever using hybrid picking, and it's not really a lesson on the technique itself. So there's a couple things I want to accomplish with this video, and number one is to get the point across that you should try to remain open to different techniques and to not always take a particular technique and throw it into a label, a box, so to speak, that's labeled with a particular style. Okay, and then the other thing is I'm going to give a couple exercises, one or two exercises using hybrid picking, but not with that chicken picking sound that sometimes hybrid picking gets kind of a bad rap with being associated with that kind of sound. And when I was first starting out, I wanted to play rock and so forth, and I didn't even want to learn hybrid picking because I always associated it with like the that kind of a sound, and I really wasn't interested in playing that. So I kind of shunned the technique. And then it wasn't until a few years later that my guitar teacher encouraged me to, he taught me the song Clap by Steve Howe, which you should check out. And that is, it's flat picked a lot, but also a ton of hybrid picking techniques in it. And that was the first time I learned it, and I really enjoyed playing it. But it still kind of had that association with that, that kind of Chet Atkins kind of chicken picking sound a little bit to it. Now, at the time, I didn't realize that a lot of my favorite players were actually using hybrid picking, but it didn't sound like they were. Guys like Eric Johnson, his famous song Cliffs of Dover, uses hybrid picking extensively through it, and I didn't realize it until I saw a video of him playing, and then I was like, oh, he's using hybrid picking. Another guy I would recommend that you check out is Greg Howe. He's a prime example of somebody that sounds like they're playing a lot of alternate picking and legato stuff, but he's using pick and fingers. So I wanted to give a couple exercises here showing that we can use hybrid picking without getting that chicken picking sound. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We're going to take two adjacent strings. We're going to work on this first one primarily, exclusively, on the B and the E string. Okay, and this whole technique, the whole music we're going to play here, can be accomplished with alternate picking. So anytime you're using outside picking, which means if we have two adjacent strings, like let's say this is the B string, this is the E string, I'm going to pick down on the B string and up on the E string. That's playing on the outside. So what we're going to do is substitute either the middle finger or ring finger for the upstroke. So this is the lick we're going to work on. So there you go. So we're just going to worry about what the notes are, and that on our quarter note, we're really playing like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and our quarter note pulse is with the pick on the downstroke. So anytime we play the B string, it's going to be with the pick on the downstroke. Anytime we play the E string, it's with the finger, and you can use either the middle finger or a ring finger exclusively, or practice both. This lick is going to be in the key of B minor, and the notes on the E string are starting on the B, and they walk right up the B minor scale like this. And on the B string, they walk up the B minor scale, but they start on the 7th fret like this. So we're going to use bars the whole way up with our index finger. So we're going to start on the 7th fret with our index finger barred on the B and E strings. But on the E string, we're going to play 7, 9, 10, like this. Remembering that every time we play the B string, it's with a downstroke using the pick. Every time we play the E string, we're using one of our fingers to pick that note. Now we're going to slide the bar up 1 fret up to the 8th fret, but on the E string, we're going to play 9, 10, 12. Then we're going to go up 2 frets with a bar at the 10th fret, and we're going to play 10, 12, 14 on the E string. Slide up another 2 frets, barring on the 12th fret, and we're going to play 12, 14, 15 on the E string. Another 2 frets, we're going to bar on the 14th fret, and on the E string we're going to play 14, 15, 17. We're going to go up 1 fret to the 15th fret with our bar, and we're going to play 15, 17, 19. We're going to go up another whole step to the 17th fret, and we're going to play 17, 19, 21. And finish it out with moving a bar on the 19th fret, like an octave, like right where we started, but an octave higher. Okay, so again. So the next exercise I want to do is, again, it's an actual piece of music. It's from Bach's Fugue. And just this one little section, but to show you that we can start string skipping. And this is a little bit easier on the hybrid picked part because our pedal tone, this A, 5th fret on the E string, is just going to stay there the whole time. So this is what it sounds like. So we are going to bar on the B and E strings with our index finger on the 5th fret. And we are going to hit that 5th fret on the E string, and we're going to pick the 8th fret on the B string, and every time we pick a note, we're going to then hit that A note with the finger. So we're going to start with the finger this time, and then with our middle finger we're going to hit the 6th fret, and then we're going to bar on the 5th fret between the B and E strings. And then we're going to move. Now we're going to skip the B string. We're going to go to the G string, 7th fret. And then we're going to go to the 6th fret on the G string. Back up. Barring again on the B string. 6th fret B string. Now we do a jump down to the 7th fret on the D string. So we're playing an octave there, that A, and we're skipping 2 strings. Okay, so we're going 7 and 9 on the D string, and keeping that bar there on the 5th fret. Back up to the 6th fret G string. 7th fret, back down to the 6th, 7, B string, 5th fret, B string, 6th fret. So again, it's continue to learn that. But really what you can do is just loop this. You can just loop it and continue to build up speed and also practice dynamics, play it quietly. Practice palm muting it and so forth. Get the speed up, loop it. So another tip is, in other exercises that you do or in other practice, you can alternate picking and using the fingers just in like a regular scale. So for example, if I'm practicing the G major scale, for example, I can use a legato on the left hand, and maybe I'll try every other string I'll pick, and every other string I'll use a finger. Try to incorporate it across your playing, then check out some of these other players. I mentioned Greg Howe, for example, and you can see what he's doing, and it really helps with the economy of the right hand. So I hope you got something out of this lesson today. Thank you for watching. Take care.